This is Survival Sundays, and we have a survivor with us today. Actually, she's a winner. She constantly winning, y'all. Listen, she is number one. Like I said, number one. But I ain't gonna go too deep into it. I'm gonna let her go ahead and introduce herself and what her business is.
Hi, thank you for having me, first of all.
Ma'am.
My name is Giselle and I own Guzel Cakes, gourmet desserts. You can find me at 7613 Katy Freeway.
All right, and Guzel Cakes. Ooh, that's a little spicy. Can you explain where you came up with the name?
Guzel is actually one of my great aunts on my mother's side, and it means beautiful in Turkish because my first cake I made was super ugly. And so I was gonna name it. It ain't pretty, but it's good. My dad was like, "Who's gonna eat a cake that says it ain't pretty?" So that's how I came up with it.
I like that. Oh, it started off a little ugly, but it gets better with time. It gets better with time.
Absolutely.
So tell us how your company is based on love.
Really basically because I've been through so many trials in my life, and I wanted to change my narrative, so I decided to write my own love story. How we got here, a lot of people probably don't know, but I was a homeless kid from 0 to 7, where my mother and I slept in our car for most of the time, if not on the streets. And she just couldn't do it anymore. So at 7, she gave me up. Eventually they found my father. And from there, I started living my life.
Survival Sundays. Wow, didn't even know that, y'all, for real. And she's constantly winning. It is crazy. I love that for you. So how's your relationship now with your father?
My father is great. I still don't really speak to my mother, unfortunately, but, prayers go out to her.
Well, good thing your daddy stepped up.
Yes, he did.
Thank you. I know you won some competitions.
I did.
How is that even entering a competition? How do you feel knowing you about to put your business, this is your love, like, how does that feel knowing you about to go in the forefront?
It was really exciting. For me, like other things in my business, whatever's meant for you is meant for you, right? I just happened to be at the right place at the right time. We were giving out samples at HEB, and one of the guests came over and enjoyed the desserts and asked if we'd like to be a part of the rodeo. And that's how it happened. We've been winning ever since.
I know that's right. So how did you get, wait a minute, y'all. She just said she was in HEB. This is a store, like, everywhere. Come on now. How are you getting your products into HEB?
That was a cool story, actually. So when I first started, I was about a month in, actually 3 weeks, and I decided that I was going to take my cakes to a local vendor here to see if they would sell them. And I didn't drink at the time, and so I decided to get pretty wasted with my friends, unfortunately. and I think I was really more or less scared to go and talk because I was such an introvert.
Right. Okay.
And so I had blew the whole day off, and because I was like, I had never drank, so I was just slummy, just terrible, right? And so then Sunday came, and I was hungover all Saturday, and which was the day I was supposed to go deliver the cakes.
The first day you drink,
yes. So Sunday comes, and I was like, just laying in my bed, and I said, you've made all these cakes, just get up and go, stop being scary. And so sure enough, I went over to Blake's Barbecue, and when I pulled up, I got out of the car, I was in there practicing,
What'd you go say?
Guzel Cakes, and I'm doing my whole little speech in my mirror. And so I go to the door, and it says closed on Sundays. And I was like, you know what, okay. So I get back in my car, and at this point, at the time, I had a whole plan. I was going to turkey leg cut, meat goat chicken, pie burns, had a whole plan for that day. And so I'm sitting in my car, but at this time I'm kind of crying because I'm disappointed that I didn't come. Yeah, well, because I didn't go the day before because I was, doing something I had no business doing.
Bringing yourself down.
Yeah, and so as I sat there, a car pulled up next to me, and they went to the door, and they pulled it and went inside. I was like, well, I didn't check the door. It just said closed on Sunday, so I went more and checked. Sorry, I wasn't. And so after that, I went inside, and the lady in front of me, she was like, ooh, baby, I drove 40 miles for this cake. As I have my hand in my bag, I'm like, 40 miles? People drive 40 miles per cake. I was like, I don't know if my cake is 40 miles worth. This is what I'm saying in my head, so I'm basically almost talking myself out of it. And then so they sit down, the two ladies sit down, and I go up next, and I was like, yeah, I'm so. She was like, baby, what? I
Like
can't
she
hear
just
you.
practicing the car.
Yeah, she's like, I can't hear you, honey. What are you saying? I mean, I'm like, oh my God, I'm so embarrassed right now. I was like, I'm Giselle with Guzel Cakes. You know, I'm stiff, dry. And so I was like, I would love for you to try my cake. And I said, and see if you'd be willing to sell it here. So she did, and she absolutely loved it. And she was like, well, my uncle owns the place. I would love to have you. And these ain't nothing but some frozen cakes anyways. And I was like, you know, so it gave me a boost of confidence. And with that being said, I walked out, and the lady that drove 40 miles, she comes to me outside, and she's like, I'm a cake connoisseur. Can I have a piece? And I said, yes, you can have one right now. So
Right.
on such a high of life and being excited that I'd already got my first deal. And so she comes in, she's like, oh my God, this cake is delicious. She was like, can you come in and meet my sister? Now I'm 3 weeks into business.
Right.
So I was like, yeah, sure. And her sister happened to be the HEB bakery buyer. And that's how, and I was 3 weeks in, and that's how I got into
Yeah, and she was
HEB.
in her car crying.
About not going in to speak, and my blessing
And
was
look
waiting
at-
for me inside.
I'm so glad you didn't pull off.
Me too.
Ooh,
I am too.
you needed that. You definitely need to clear your tears.
Yes.
So you have that location you
Just
started
one
with,
location, yes.
but then you got to HEB.
Well, I started in my house, actually. So
Okay.
at that time, I had one apartment, and I had finally got the okay to go into HEB, but I needed to build a storefront because I had to be able to be compliant with what I was doing. So at that time, I asked my manager, I was like, can you give me a second apartment, please? I need a second apartment. So I rented a second apartment, and my team and I, we worked out of 2 apartments to get enough money to be able to build the storefront. So once we built the storefront, it was actually like a week before we got our check from HEB to say that we were compliant with everything. So just by the luck of God, I got in, and everything happened the way it was supposed to.
I like that. She's talking about her storefront, y'all. So on July 30th, right, is the National Cheesecake Day. Okay, so we want to encourage our customers to tag the business. Okay, we need to see y'all indulging.
Yeah.
Or just tell us about your experience off that first bite, because I know y'all gonna love it.
Yes.
Y'all will love it. So it is called the Perfect Love Strawberry Cheesecake.
I brought
If you
some
could see
for you.
that, yeah.
Okay. There you go.
There y'all go. They will be entered into a contest to experience the love and win. You get 2 free love bowls at the storefront location. Can you drop that address for 'em?
7613 Katy Freeway, 77024.
All right, and what's the store hours?
11 to 7,
Okay.
Tuesday through Sunday.
Perfect. On a rodeo, right? So explain how we got into that.
I was doing a demo a couple of years ago at a HEB.
The samples, right?
Someone came over, and she was like, I love your product. And she was like, do you want to be in the rodeo? She was like, it's a long list, but I love this product. And I was like the rodeo?
Right.
She was like, yeah, like the rodeo. She was like, I'm the chairman. She was
That is
like,
crazy.
I was like, really? And she was like, yeah. She was like, it's a long list, but she was like, this deserves to be here. And I said, well, I would love to. She was like, well, yeah, you got 3 days. We need 25,000
And 3
samples. Yeah. And so I had
Wait,
to
you
get
did not say 25,000.
25,000 samples ready. Yes. So my team and I, we worked really hard, and that first year, not to my knowledge, right? I just volunteered. I'm like, I just want to be in it, so whatever I have to do. So the first year was participation.
Okay.
And then you got an award for that. And so second year, I thought I was going to do the same thing, but I didn't know I was supposed to compete. So I got 3rd place. And I was like, I didn't even, they just called me up, and they was like, the 3rd place winner, Guzel Cakes. And I was like shocked, like, what? Why?
Right.
And what happened was I just took like my actual pudding and just peeled off the stickers and just submitted that as my dessert. So with that being said, this year we came obviously with a presentation, and the person that we beat out for the best desserts, and kudos to her, had been winning first place for 14 years. So 14 years, yes.
What? Oh, there's no way she kept it going that good.
I guess so.
And then you came out on top.
I did.
Oh, how was she when you?
Well, she had already told me last year that she was proud that someone even came close, and that if someone was going to win, that she would hope they would win.
I love that. Y'all, we can share the love.
We can.
We can share
We
the
can have
love.
more than one winner. Hers is still good.
Because Wait, she also has the #1 in HEB.
I am.
Minority
owned, the whole
Listen,
minority owned, yes.
She's acting too shy right now, y'all. And she is really over here winning. And y'all heard her from 0 to 7? Oh, wow. With her mom. That is crazy.
Yes.
So looking back, do you regret anything about this journey, like, besides the drinking?
Yeah, I do regret that one because I still remember that night and I still don't drink. I'm so serious.
She said,
That was
gotta get me.
Oh, no.
So what can we expect from you for the rest of 2025?
Honestly, I'm bringing on another major retailer, which I will disclose soon.
Okay.
Which is really exciting. I'm really proud. I'm really proud that most of the goals that I have put from day one, I've succeeded, like especially my top goals. And with that being said, I like to tell people when you're in this position and you're dreaming big, you need to times it by 10. You're just not dreaming big enough. Because I've already, accomplished a lot of things that I never thought I could. And a true testament of what faith means is when you bet on yourself, and for me, I've just chosen not to be a victim of my circumstance and to rewrite my own narrative.
It says she has something to tell you guys about September 1st.
I know a lot of people would like to utilize our cakes during the holidays, but I have yet to get the holiday money or offer because it's usually just me trying to do all this by myself. But now that I have a strong team behind me that supports me, we will be starting, we have a couple new items that we will be giving out for the holidays, or offering rather, and we'll start pre-orders September 1st. And you can start your orders at events at gcakelovers.com, and that's lovers with an S.
Is there a deadline to any of them? Like,
we haven't set one
okay.
yet, but like I said, we have a little while for the holidays, but I just want to let people know that this year Guzel Cakes can be available for your holiday.
How important it is to have a team and a support system.
After a stroke, after having major, now I have epilepsy. Oh yes, honey, and that's one thing you gotta do is you gotta put yourself first, as I said, when you're betting on yourself. I have blinders on. Some days I work 4 days in a row, standing up, sleeping, waiting for cakes, because I got the maintenance crew in my building leaving empty apartments open so that I can bake in them, so you gotta put yourself first. And
that team together and ready for these pre-orders, y'all. Holiday time is coming. The sweets is coming to you. This is Survival Sunday, She is a survivor. I have to ask you 3 questions, okay? So look, let's start with this. What do you think society owes its citizens?
What do I think society owes its citizens? For me, nothing. Everything is earned. I go out and get whatever it is I want. So that's.
I like that one. I get what I want. I like that. She go out and work for it, y'all.
For real.
She putting it down.
I used to sling that cake out the back like I was a full-time cake pimp.
3 days, you putting out 25,000 samples. She's slinging them cakes, y'all. She is getting to it. So what beliefs would you want to pass on to your children or your grandchildren?
That you would definitely have to bet on yourself. Like a lot of people, I thought faith meant something different than what I've learned over the years. And I thought for years I had faith, and it's really not that. I've put faith into me and betting on me, making sure I make the right decisions for myself and my family and all those that I choose to help. Once I started focusing on what I wanted and what I needed for me, that's when everything began to pan out.
Your members that you hire for your stores, how has that been? Like, it feel like family?
It does, because we're a small knit group, like I said, starting out of the house, people are in your space, using your bathroom. Yeah, it's a lot, but as of right now, we're still a completely woman-owned and ran company. So what we try to do in my company is uplift each other. I'm only as strong as they are. So we make sure we have a program set for basically like if anyone ever needs money, we all put in the pot so we can help people with almost like a little small bank basically. We have some women that have been in abusive relationships, so we'll team up together, figure out whose house they'll stay at until they get on their feet.
Wow.
Yes, some women don't have cars, so we'll all pitch in to
This is
help
family
get them.
for real.
It is,
Yeah.
it definitely is, because um, at the beginning, I had a stroke because I was trying to do it all on my own. And so with that, I had to learn that, no, it's okay, it's just part of the journey. I had to learn that, I needed others, that I couldn't do it all on my own. And once I was able to bet on other people and give them the tools they needed to be successful as well, and they understood and followed my journey, I became a leader that's what makes a good business, is being able to lead people to where you're trying to go and for them to believe in what you have. It was back in the day, I can remember, we just had one car, which was mine. So I was like, no, y'all gotta get cars, because how are we gonna move this stuff and what are we gonna do? So eventually everyone got cars. We would be, tailgating to go drop it off. So, it's just a matter of humbling yourself and really just, like I said, believing in it.
That's building an empire right there,
It
helping
is,
each other out. Because people don't realize it's so much out here, y'all. It's no competition. We can really come together and lift each other up and keep growing.
You can.
Oh my gosh, that is so beautiful to hear. All right, so how can people find you? What's your social medias, your phone number?
Well, unfortunately, my personal phone number was on the cakes for the first 6 years. So, and that phone doesn't stop ringing to this day. But you can reach us at our storefront, like I said, 7613 Katy Freeway, to buy the product at your local H-E-B, Jovi's, Sienna Wings, Pie Burns, Lost and Found, Kiss, Friends Pizza. I could go on. I wish that I could name anybody I forgot. I could name it, but
okay,
yes.
that is good. I like that, y'all. We gotta go try some. I know July 30th is National Cheesecake Day. We have to go and try some.
We have a lot of new products too that are getting ready to come out.
Okay,
so,
you releasing some more products?
We are.
Ooh, different flavors.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I'm excited. I had the one you had gave me, it was chocolate, the biscuit.
And Biscoff.
Yeah, and it was like a mixture with the Oreo.
Yes,
Oh,
it's called For Lovers Only.
oh, and it was so good. I loved it. Every bite, every bite.
Thank you.
What do you think is the most damaging modern industry?
It depends how you want to think about it. For me, it's the cell phones. We have really just, like my thumbs hurt. I don't even got good thumbs anymore with a cell phone. When you're out places, you see everybody on the phone. And I know we gotta use them, but for me, I have taken some time for myself, so I have it set to where, I can't be reached, and I stopped letting my phone run me. That was one of the biggest things I did for myself.
Because how do you take away the phone? Like, the conversations aren't the same anymore. Like, people don't know how to hold conversations. Like, how do you get past that dealing in this industry, customer service?
Well, for me, I'm still hands-on. So, I've never done any marketing or anything for my brand. No, I haven't yet. Which I'm going to be doing that soon, but I haven't. So my goal was always to talk to 3 people a day about my brand, and that's how I spread the word for myself.
I like that. Actually going up to people and talking.
Every day. You never know who likes desserts, and it's a great conversation starter. And then from there, you're able to drop all your awards and stuff that you've done, your accomplishments, and after that, they're like, well, I need to try it. And you too.
Like, Lost and Found and Kiss, that is crazy. I did not know that.
Yes.
I go outside and eat you some snacks, okay? Get some good snacks in them systems. All right. Well, thank you for coming on today.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, ma'am.
And I did bring you some treats to enjoy for yourself.
Oh, yeah. I am loving today. Do you hear me?
Thank you for having Guzel
This is a
Cakes.
beautiful Sunday. Yes, ma'am. Let's see what I got.
All right. We want everyone to
Let's see
experience the
yes.
love.
Thank
We
you.
are now trademarked, and we own Experience the Love.
Perfect Love.
Strawberry cheesecake.
We have Love You More.
Banana pudding.
Love on Top.
And that's cookie butter.
Ooh, it's complicated.
It's a calm praline cake, so it does have nuts. And the message is exactly what it is. It was complicated. That was a time in my life where it was very complicated.
I really want to see what this first cake looks like that you made.
It really wasn't that bad. I'm hard on myself, but it still wasn't of what I wanted.